This video is brought to you by MPEC Printery, specializing in t-shirt printing, posters, and shipping from the USA. Call 876-775-6692 or 876-337-7374. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is also brought to you by BLC Jamaica Security Electronics, specializing in alarm system, video surveillance, camera system or CCTV, barrier system, gate automation, and access control. Call 876-320-7711. That's 876-320-7711 or 876-351-1105. That's 876-351-1105. Hello everyone, my name is Simon Preston and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. Yes, this is a channel where we come together to talk more about Jamaican football. So, without further ado, here we go. Roughly 10 hours ago, Adrian Mariappa had a trial at Staffordshire-based club Burton Albion. He passed the medical with flying colours, and as a result of being able to pass that medical with flying colours, that means that Adrian Mariappa is now a player of Burton Albion. Yes, that is right. Adrian Mariappa is now playing for a club that is based in the West Midlands of England. Can you imagine? He's now playing in the West Midlands, which is a region in England. He's now playing in the West Midlands. Can you imagine that? I never thought that he would play north than London, but here we are now in the West Midlands region. This is going to be quite an interesting journey for him in the West Midlands region. Looking forward to it, I would say. I think this is an interesting challenge for him personally, and he's playing for a club Burton-upon-Trent. So, let's get right into the matter about Burton Albion, shall we? Let's get right into the matter. Of course, as we know, this ends his deal in Australia, where he played for MacArthur. Adrian Mariappa is now 36 years old, and now he's at the League One club. As we know, we have many Jamaicans in League One, don't we? Jamil Matt, Forest Green Rovers, Johnson Clark Harris, Peterborough United, and as we know, Sheffield Wednesdays, Darren Moore, so quite a bit. But before we get into how the club is doing, what I wanted to do is show you what some quotes from the manager there. Everyone plays Maps is back. Yep. Maps is back. He's back. Yeah, that's right. So he could have stayed longer in Australia, but there was a desire to play back in England, and that is exactly what has happened. So it's good news. Let's see what has been said by Dino Maimria, who, as we know, is the manager of Burton Albion, the Tunisian international, former Tunisian international, I should say, represented Tunisia at youth level, played for Rushden and Diamonds and Doncaster and Burnley and Stevenage, Borough and Southport. So, yeah, this is what he had to say. He brings a lot of very, very good experience. He's a good talker on the field, and he adds another option for us. He keeps himself fit. His last game was just 2 weeks ago for Jamaica against Argentina. He had a good season in Australia last year, so he's been at a high standard. We're looking forward to see what he can bring. Mariappa also gave some quotes and said, I want to thank the manager and the chairman for the opportunity to represent the club. I'm delighted to be here with a brilliant group of lads. I'm looking forward to getting started and to helping the team push up the table. That's Adrian Mariappa. There he is. Looks good in a Burton Albion kit, don't it? Yeah, that's my bro. But yep, done deal. Signed, sealed, delivered. Burton Albion playing Staffordshire. Who are some players at Staffordshire that we might be aware of? Well, you can have a chat with Cameron Borthwick Jackson. Cameron Borthwick Jackson, as we know, left back, formerly of Manchester United. So, Mariappa could have a conversation with him about Jamaica. Sam Hughes. Yeah, Sam Hughes is there, formerly of Leicester City. Yeah, he's at the club too. Joe Powell, formerly of West Ham United. Yeah, he's at the club too. Johnny Smith, formerly of Bristol City. And Wrexham. Yeah, you all remember Johnny Smith? Elliot Thorpe, he's on loan from Luton Town. These are some key players to look out for. Terry Taylor, another one. Tom Harmer. And former Chelsea player, Michael Mancien. Yeah, Michael Mancien is 34 years old, going on 35 next year, and he plays for Burton Albion. Michael Mancien, another experienced player as we know who played for Chelsea, QPR, Wolverhampton Wanderers, Hamburger, Nottingham Forest, New England Revolution, and he's a national player now for Seychelles at 34. Even though he said that if he didn't play for England by the time he reaches 25, he would play for Seychelles. But instead, he waited 9 years after 25. But here we are. So yeah, a man that played Premier League, Championship, Bundesliga, MLS, and now League One. For Adrian Mariappa specifically, if you look at his career, he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 6, 8, 6, 9, 6, 9, 6, 9, 7. 9 seasons in the Premier League and 7 seasons in the Championship. 16 seasons in English football. And Hector still can't find a club in time. Best of luck to him, I agree. Best of luck to Adrian Mariappa. So 9 seasons in the Premier League and 7 in the Championship. 16 seasons altogether. He played 5 seasons in the Premier League for Watford, 3 in the Premier League for Crystal Palace, and 1 for Reading. It's amazing how things can change. Watford, Reading, Crystal Palace, Bristol, MacArthur. So, it's all done and dusted. Quite an interesting one. What's happening with Anthony Grant? Anthony Grant is still without a club, but we'll see. You just have to be patient. Yeah. Honestly, would have preferred to see him stay in the A-League or go to MLS instead of him relegation fights in League One. So, Mr. Galaxy has made a point, and we're going to look at something for you guys can be able to dissect a little bit more. So let's do that. Let's do that right now. This is the standings for League One, right? And as you can see, Burton Albion are second from bottom. 12 games played, 7 points, 3 points adrift of safety. The good news is they still have another 30-odd games to go, and still a grand chance to move up the table. Would I have loved to see him play in America? Absolutely. But I do think with his ability and his charisma, an opportunity in America will eventually come. Peterborough play Burton Albion tomorrow. He will be available for selection for that game. Will he play is another conversation altogether. But Burton against Morecambe, that's for us to consider on the 15th. So yeah. So it's a short-term deal. It's a deal until the end of the season, and then there's an option that he can extend it a further year. You think Bassel should move back to Jamaica and try to find himself again? No, I don't think he should come back to Jamaica. I think he should look for another club specifically. No, I'm not in New York, sir. I am very far from New York. I am some 4,500 miles from Jamaica. So yeah, that's where we are. So that's the situation now. Good move for Adrian Mariappa, I would say, though. Personally, I feel he's going to be in an environment where he'll play, you know. So from that perspective, I'm really, really excited. And I think there's a reason, like good, solid reason to get excited. Oh, he's still a national player. And you know what's funny? There has been Jamaicans that have played for Burton Albion in the past. You know, Brendan Phillips played for Burton Albion back in the 70s, and he was even Player of the Year at one period of time, you know. So Brendan Phillips played for Burton Albion, was a Player of the Season in 1976. Some good players have come through Burton Albion, you know. Nigel Clough as the manager, you know. So it's been decent, you know. Lee Williamson was at Burton Albion as well. Yeah, they've had a couple of players have gone on to represent countries. Kieran O'Hara for Republic of Ireland, Liam Boyce, Michael Lund for Northern Ireland, Lee Williamson. So that second Jamaican international, you could say, to go on and play for Burton Albion. Calvin Zola was there as well. Was a good player, that, you know. Calvin Zola. Yeah. Was a very good player. He teamed up with Joel Grant at Aldershot Town. So Joel Grant is at Nantwich, and Nantwich playing in Cheshire. So yeah, that's the situation right now. That's where we are at this point in time, lads. Please tell the coach he needs to add Forbes to his plan. Kennard Forbes. Honestly, I think if Kennard Forbes doesn't get a call up for the game the game against Colombia, I think that's it. He's 34 now, 35 next year. Maybe can he squeak the Gold Cup squad? I don't know. Honestly, just gonna have to wait and see. But Pittsburgh Riverhounds was a real, you could say, renaissance for his career. Now go ahead to Waterhouse and then went to play indoor football over in New York. You know, played at a place called Utica City over in New York. Scored a lot of goals in indoor football, you know. Came back to Waterhouse, then went to Rochester Rhinos, and then I remember when he made his debut 2010. I remember. I felt like he deserved it. So for Kennard Forbes, honestly, I hope that for the Cameroon game, he's selected. Cameroon. Hope Cork, Harris, and Giovanni Brown get championship moves soon. I hope so too. One game against Colombia. Cameroon, my apologies. Proven provider Kennard is. He has shown his worth, I agree. But you know, Fitzroy, Kennard's best spell in USL was 2018 to 2021. Nico Brett's 2018. Jermaine Beckford's best as a player was 2008 to 2012, and he didn't get a call up until 2013. Daniel Johnson should have been a national player since 2010, and his debut came 10 years later. When he was an 18-year-old at Aston Villa, he was part of the team that won a Next Generation tournament, and as a teenager, he was playing against big men. And I think from then he should have been a national player. So I think it's important to call up players when they're hot. You have to strike when the iron is hot, not when it's cold. That's the nature of football. You have players that are good players, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're in form or on form. So that's something we have to truly consider. What type of form are these players in? That is correct, my friend. So you have Dane Kelly in the goal scoring charts. You have Kennard Forbes in the assist charts. So, yeah, that is right. Kennard Forbes has the most USL assists. That is right. Dane Kelly the most goals, and Dane Kelly the fourth most appearances. George Davis the fourth has the record for the most USL appearances. It's amazing. This guy never played an MLS game. Hmm. Yeah, quite interesting. He played his entire career in the USL. Taylor Muyo. Taylor played in USL as well for a long stretch. Jorge Herrera from Colombia also played in the USL quite frequently. Nico Brett now has some time to catch up in the goals. See if it will be done. Out of Forbes, yeah, most assists in the league. That is true. Let's see if we can find the record book. Hey, nephew. How are you? Hope you're doing good. How are you? How's your brother? Daddy and mommy okay? Tell them hello for me. How was school today? Good? Okay. Make sure you call grandma and tell her hello. Done with school for the day? Okay. You did your homework? After you do your homework, make sure you call grandma. Call grandma in Florida and check up on her. Okay? Good. Thanks, nephew. Love you. Ricketts doing a good job with Tulsa. I like how he's using the Jamaicans. Yeah, personally, I think that he is doing good. He is doing well. Oh, you're gonna call grandma tomorrow? Okay, cool, cool. Ricketts doing a good job with Tulsa. I like how he's using. Yeah, I would agree that he is doing good in that environment, and I think he's progressing nicely as a coach. Personally, I think there's some great signs of encouragement, and that's something that we should all embrace, really. So I'm very happy about it. Big up, big up, big up, crew. Hope you guys are doing okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's the weekend and you guys could be doing literally a million other things, but I'm glad you guys are in. And if you haven't already, you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe button, and you use the super chat feature so your questions, your comments can be highlighted. Make sense? Good. Yeah, lads. Yes, Damalio, I know you sent an email. Acknowledged. Honestly, I just don't think that stats are taken seriously. And I honestly thought that thinking that it's something that we need to persist more with. If I want to find the winner of the 1920 Manning Cup final, I could find the winner, but I can't see who scored. It's about time that we take data seriously. And that is something that needs to change. Yeah, Pearson doing okay so far, but why World Cup is so good he can't play consistently? I haven't seen it. Shane Beckford you talking about? No, not Colombia. It's playing Cameroon. Cameroon next month. Cameroon. 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 I thought that game finished. No, England won, didn't they? England women won 2-1. It's coming home. It's coming home, isn't it, lads? It's coming home. It's coming home, lads, isn't it? It's coming home. The Shane Beckford. Okay. We saw him against Peru, didn't we? Yeah. Wonder if you had the option to stay at switchbacks. I think he wanted a new challenge, honestly. That's personally what I feel. So yeah. So yeah, that's honestly how I feel about it, you know. It's good stuff. So that's how I feel about the matter. But it's interesting to hear from you guys as well in terms of the situation in relation to Mariappa. Do you guys find this a good situation? Do you view it as not so good situation? How do you view the club situation with it? But as you can see, Burton Albion, right now, second from bottom in the table. It's sad, but we move on. We move on, we press forward, and hopefully that there's a situation where the club and everything, there's changes, and they move up the table. That's genuinely what I feel for Mariappa specifically. And I feel like there's a grand chance, a grand opportunity. And I'm looking forward to it. But what do you guys have to say? What do you guys have to say? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys have to say. Just let us know how you feel. So, Reggae Boys fans, what are your thoughts? How do you feel about this situation? Is it something you're happy about? Looking forward to? How do you really feel? How do you feel about the matter? Well, I tell you what, you can let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content.
This video is brought to you by MPEG Printery, specializing in t-shirt printing, posters, and shipping from the USA. Call 876-775-6692 or 876-337-7374. Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876 309 6128. That's 876 309 6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876 586 0471. That's 876 586 0471. This video is also brought to you by BLC Jamaica Security Electronics, specializing in alarm system, video surveillance, camera system or CCTV, barrier system, gate automation, and access control. Call 876 320 7711. That's 876 320 7711 or 876 351 1105. That's 876 351 1105.